What is up, my brothers from another mother? So in today's video, guys, you can contact me by email, Facebook, comments, whatever works for you. This one came in my Gmail. It's just entrepreneursandcars@gmail.com. In today's video, I know a couple of you guys have gotten a little sensitive in the comments, like this isn't why I subscribe to the channel and shit. The channel is about becoming a better version of yourself. And this question that I got today, it's going to apply for all aspects of life. So I want to share the question with you and my response in a way that I handle this, because it's going to make it a lot easier when it comes to connecting with friends, people in business opportunities, and relationships with women and stuff too. So this guy is from Australia. Thank you very much, my Aussie brother from down under. You got a long one. I just kind of highlighted a bunch of the things off it, and you're going on to say that you're having a hard time figuring out how to present lists of deal breakers to women. Again, this would apply in business transactions, friendships as well, and I'll show you why by the end of the video if you just chill and watch the whole thing. So he's got like, do you like tennis? What are your social political learnings? Do you like hiking in forests? Because I love hiking in forests, he goes on. Do you like horror movies? So he's trying to figure out, how do you identify a good fit for you? That's what this boils down to. Is this a good fit for me, and how do you quickly identify a good fit for you and your morals and values? So he goes, I've had a ton of partners, some with long duration, some good, some bad, some that make no effing sense whatsoever, and some that have been an absolute truckload of a total mess. He's trying to not screw his head around, he says, but what really screws my head around the twist is when and how of trying to clear up deal breakers in relationships with women. It's not that they're, well, he's saying it's not what the deal breakers actually are, but rather how long to wait about getting the info about the deal breakers, which is why he's asking me this. So he's like, you don't sit down to a table and immediately ask, so what is your opinion on issue A, B, or C? You couldn't get me to do that for all the whiskey in Tennessee. A little bit of a rhyme. What's up? Not a hope in hell. He goes, but oddly enough, quite a few women I've dated have absolutely no problems basically slamming their lists of demands and requirements before they've even taken the first sip of a drink. So what's tearing his hair out is hitting this brick and wall, this deal breaker, several months into a relationship. Like, why would I waste my effing time? All right, let's go for a drive. I got to go do some banking and a few other things before I get out of this town, and I am losing a lot of sunlight at this time of year. So, my brother, okay, you actually identified the answer to your question right away by getting right into how women deal with it. They basically slam their list of demands down almost immediately. And honestly, that's pretty much the way that I started handling dating, business partnerships, friendships, almost everything. You don't slam down your list of demands, is what I'm saying. So don't be a terse asshole about it, but you want to get to the point. You basically want to attract into your life that which kind of like, if you've heard of the law of attraction, everybody's heard of the law of attraction and The Secret and all that, and how you kind of like expect good things to happen and good things will happen. If you're looking for a certain thing, it will automatically come to you. It's almost like it vibrates in harmony with who you are. Well, why wouldn't you do that when you're out there dating, right? Like, why? The way that I had handled this in the past when it came to meeting women is I would get very, very clear about what my non-negotiables were. Okay, these are what the deal breakers are. Exactly what you're saying here is these are what my deal breakers are. I'm afraid to slam them on the table on the first date before I even have a sip of a drink, but women seem to be okay with that. Well, why not take a cue from their game and play that game as well? The way that I handled it was, if you're doing online dating or swiping or whatever, make it clear up front and center. Decide what your, 5, 6, 7, or 8 non-negotiables, what your deal breakers are. Like for me, for example, I would have said something along the lines of, please do not contact me if you have strong religious opinions, if you let your pets sleep in your bed, if you're constantly broke or whining about not having money, or if you're fighting with your ex about custody support or money all the time. Because I just don't want to deal with those things. Everybody has their preferences, okay? Maybe you're okay with somebody that, let's pets sleep in their bed. My experience personally is I've woken up in a girlfriend's bed with a dog's asshole this far from my face, and I'm just not into that. I dig pets, I like dogs, I just don't want their butthole in my face when I wake up in the morning. So for me, that's a deal breaker, that's a non-negotiable. Get clear on what your non-negotiables are, my brother, from down under when it comes to dating, and remove any potential opportunities for those entering your life so you don't waste your time, like you said, in finding out about them 6 months later. If you get clear about it up front and center, they won't be contacting you. If you contact them and it's there, they won't be responding to you. It's as simple as that. It's okay to do that early on in the game to save yourself the hassle. Otherwise, you're going out there, wasting your time, having drinks, blowing money, and wasting your time again on these women that just don't fit who you are. So why would you do it? Honestly. Again, so this also applies in business transactions, guys. It applies in who you spend time with and hanging out. Sorry, I'm just parking the car and trying to look at this little screen here. And making the most of all that time when you're doing it. I would also use that, I don't know, yardstick, whatever your measuring stick might be for that. But I would also use that quite often in business transactions as well when I would consider doing business with somebody. I know straight up what my non-negotiables are in business opportunities. If somebody brings a business opportunity to me that is not a subscription-based revenue model, meaning I only do business if it's going to create recurring revenue model. I don't want to eat what I kill. I want to work once and get paid over a long period of time. So I only get involved with businesses that are subscription based or have a tremendous amount of upside for the amount of time and effort that I put into running it. So that's an example of a non-negotiable that I would present for business model. I have people presenting business opportunities to me all the time. I've had people send me, I don't know, message after message with different ideas of stuff they want me to invest in or advise on, and I've completely passed because it violates my non-negotiables in business transactions. Same thing with friendships and relationships. I'll give you another example. I had dated a woman that had people in her life that would lower her average. You know, I've said before in my other videos, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. If you spend time with losers, you will become a loser. If you spend time with 5 broke people, you will become the 6th. If you hang out with 5 dumbasses, you will become the 6th. It is a constant and it is a given. You just can't get away from it. Some people like to play the rainbows and butterflies and let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya and treat everybody kind and friendly and gently. I come from a world of reality. So I had this conversation with her. She wanted to have this dinner party, and she wanted to have this woman there who I had seen browbeating her husband, treating him like crap, degrading him, basically trying to run the show. She was a stay-at-home mom, and her husband was one of these IT nerds, and she just treated him like crap. And you know, she wanted me to come over and bring my daughter and have this dinner party. And I just refused to do it. I won't put myself in an environment, let alone introduce my daughter to an environment where she's going to see some woman treating her husband like crap. Just not going to do it. You just have to choose what your non-negotiables are in life and apply them to your life decision, because all that your days are, all that your results in life are, the things that you do, the money you make, the car that you drive, the people that you hang out with, are a collection of the choices that you've made every single day. So if you make better choices about who you spend time with, if you make better choices about the friends that you hang out with, if you make better choices about the women that you spend time with or date, then you will have a far better outcome. It's okay, it's totally okay to be upfront and center and just say, look, I'm not interested in these sorts of things. Women do it all the time. If you're under 6 feet tall, don't contact me. If you smoke, don't contact me. If you have children already, don't contact me. You know, they've got their rules. So why can't you apply the same level of thinking that they're applying to their dating techniques, right? Anyway, I hope that video added some value to you. Leave a comment below. If you have any special requests, feel free to always ask me. Again, comments are cool. Facebook private messages, you can email me at Entrepreneurs in Cars. Of course, let's hang out and connect on social. Browse the channel, lots of good stuff there. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.